Hello and welcome back to Timberborn. This is episode 7 of our playthrough on the Deadland map. We're playing as the Ironteeth faction and we're playing on hard mode. So, I haven't actually played this for 9 days. So we're going to have a quick look at the comments and see what people thought. So, your beavers are travelling so far, you could use a tube network. I could use a tube network, but we don't really have enough metal at the moment. I'm not going to... We will use tubes, definitely, but not right now. Instead of deleting the path on the hill, I'm assuming we're talking to over here, could I put some platforms in? I could. The question is, what would I do with them? Do I want to come over here? Is that the idea? Because we only really access the... I mean, do we need the trees? This is growing, this is growing. I can put some platforms in, or I will put some platforms in, just so that we can... I mean, putting a gate in might also be good, but we'll put some platforms in here. Is that the most efficient route? Maybe not. And then we could put some steps in here, because we should never have the bad water flowing through here. And then we should be able to get over to up here, which would be good. Wouldn't it? So I'll put the path in there. And they can do that when they want to. Our next thing should be probably trying to get this reservoir thingy I'm trying to build here done, because I would like the flow valves, but we also need the science. So we are still saving for our number cruncher. So that was one of our main things we were doing last time. What else are we doing? People are telling me I don't need the knot level. We'll go through that in a minute. And over here is where... So you mentioned about how I should use... I should use this for power. So the idea is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bad water discharge on this bad boy, and we're gonna straighten this up, and we're going to use this as our power plant. So the idea is we'll always have power coming out of this. So that's going to be the idea around here. But naturally, I don't have the resources or science to do it just yet. And I am fully aware that this is a mistake. Down here is a mistake. So the first thing I'm going to unpause, we are going to put in some housing over here, because they're all going to sleep over here at night. They don't need to be. Let's get them over here. I'm not ignoring the automation comments. I want to get gameplay going before I start trying to figure out how automation is going to work for us. So let's get them building that. So have I got anything that's prioritized? Because I am fully aware that I have a horrendous disposition to put everything on high priority when it really shouldn't be. So nothing is on high priority yet, so that's good. We are still waiting on our number cruncher, so we are still waiting on our science. So fingers crossed people are producing me science, which they are. We did pause the builders' huts. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to put this as super high priority. I'm going to put this as mini high priority. So we have 18 days left of this bad tide. We have 543 water and we have 686 food. I am also going to, in the interest of expediency, delete this at some point. So the idea is we're going to delete all of these and we're going to move all of our storage up here. We're going to try and concentrate the colony a little bit so that people don't have to run around as much. And let's speed this up a little bit. So areas where we can pump. So we can pump here. So I want to be pumping this straight away. Get as much water out of this as possible. And we can be pumping here. What I'm going to do, I might pause 2 of these up here just for now. Just to create equilibrium in jobs. They sped up. So let's get to the automation questions that my head goes, You actually do not need that relay to make one set of floodgates do the opposite. You can use the lever for all of them. Just swap the floodgate automation setting for the on and off states. If you want the opposite results, automate the lever as well. So. Oh, I see. So the height for off. I see. Okay. And then the height for on. So rather than put it on relay, I would put it on lever 1. And then it would open. Oh, that was very close. Shouldn't play with that with a bad tide. We are going to get a little bit of water come down here. Well, that's on me. But you can see, yeah, okay, so that's worked. So we don't actually need this unless this not lever. I didn't realise you could change conditions. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Can't you attach the water pumps to the not lever so that when you click the lever, they turn off as well as the floodgates going up? I could do. The trouble is, I have so many water pumps in different areas that I don't want to like overload what I'm doing with them, so I don't want to go. I have these ones down here, which are priority when as soon as we go into a drought or bad tide. These ones are kind of now reserve pumps because I don't need them to be pumping all the time because I want to keep stuff growing down here. And then we have these pumps here, which should be doing quite a lot of the heavy lifting. I am fully aware though we probably should put something here like a dam so that we retain a little bit more water from this side so that we're not pumping out the stuff that we are using to irrigate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in, I think I'm just going to put in some dams here. Thank you for, I apologise that I haven't responded to your comments personally because it is my fully intention to respond to people's comments personally. What am I doing? It's my full intention to do that. I just kind of, I don't know, had a bit of a week. Put it that way. If you watch my video, you'll understand I had a bit of a week. So, let's talk long term. So, we're still striving towards our number cruncher. That's going to free up a few jobs, which I would like to get as quickly as possible. So, we're going to... What do you do? Are you still... Yeah, okay, you are allowed up there to do that. That's fine. I was starting to panic then. They put one of the houses in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete both of these and just ask them to pick the wood up. Just get it up. So we're talking long-term goals, aren't we? Sorry. I'm going to leave it on 2 times speed because I do just want to keep an eye on things because this is the longest drought I think we've had. Longest, not drought, bad tide, cycle, drought thingy. So, number cruncher is going down here. Industry is going to come and be massively up here. Food security wise, we have the corn now, so I'm a little bit more happy with where we're at. I would maybe like a little bit more. Oh, we do have this. We do have the storage. Basically, what I need is I need our haulers, who we don't have any, to actually be doing something. So what I need to do is I need to either increase beaver population or prioritize stuff a little bit better. So do I need you doing this? Do I need dynamite right now? Probably not. Do I need metal blocks? Probably not. You're paused anyway. I want to keep pumping. I don't want to run out of water. I have you paused. I have you working. Have you working? You're probably... I don't think I'm going to remove anything at the moment. I'm going to pause you for now. Because I don't think we need to be replanting. These are starting to come in down here as well. So I'm going to... He could be paused, couldn't he? I do have so many beavers doing not so much work. So I'm going to pause you and pause you. And I'm going to, rather than having everyone run up here, we have a few more trees we can chop down there. So maybe that has increased the beaver equilibrium jobs. Yes, we do have scientists. And we have some callers as well. So, science. Unlock number cruncher. Get number cruncher built. Happy days. Start to think about industrial processes, food and water storage. So, I am going to unpause these jobs. But I am also going to just put them down to normal priority. And we might even put a new... I wish I'd realised... You know when you sometimes go, I'm good at this game? Well, good subjective, isn't it? I'm relatively okay at this game. And then you do something like... where you put the houses in the absolute arse end of nowhere. And you go, actually, maybe I'm not. That could be there for now. That's relatively central enough. And I may even move our district centre up here somewhere. But we will see. So these trees have got a while to grow in. These haven't, and so they're growing in a little bit more. We have a little bit more space for oaks. Pop them in there. And we do have a beaver taking that out. 1295, come on. Is there anything? We do have all 4 beavers in the inventor hut, so they are working as fast as I can invent. Do I want logs down here? I have logs up here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to be supply. And I'm going to have this as obtain, like in the central, so hopefully people aren't running around a lot. Cassava can live down there, that's fine. I do really want to centralise a lot of this at some point though. And I also need to think how they are going to be getting down here to build this. And the answer appears to be like that. When we have the number cruncher, we will hopefully be able to research the fill valve. And then my idea for this area can be complete. Not complete, but relatively good. I mean, we could even go one. What's stopping us going one higher? Nothing, is it? Probably me being me, but... And what we can do there to speed... I would unlock the bridge, but as we're going for number cruncher, we won't do that just yet. So, well, they have started to build that from that side. Please, not super high prioritize this, but start prioritizing that so that we can have, so we have 10 beavers who are sleeping homeless. And whatever, is there anything well-being wise we can do? Because we have this slot here now. So is there a shrubbery? Put up a shrub there. And let's high prioritize that. This is all set for cutting, so you should be cutting, my friend. Unpause that. Oh, unpause that. It is paused. So we are doing okay with the water. Let's speed up a little bit. They are still pumping this, which is fine. I wonder if... I don't want to go too hard with the amount of beavers we have. This is the issue. This is the issue we're playing with, because as you can see, the water from here is already drained out. Luckily, we have the water under here, but this is also going to dry out. So we are we're slaves to the cycles at the moment. Do these require 400 power? I was watching JC's video and he said these required 400 power, and I was like, no, they're 200, but I think he might be right. Of course, let's just high prioritize those just so they can start to build this when they see fit. Come on, give me the research. This is called timber research now. Did I have a... I still do have that as the storage for bad water. So once we built the... Let's put a storage in for this for now. And we'll put bad water in here, but we're also going to low prioritize this, because I don't want them to use the planks and gears for it that they should be using for other projects. I have one extra beaver. So let's unpause you. Get some more wood on the go. Fine. This has dried up. This should also probably not be dropping water in there all the time. We need to get some automation. So what I need depth sensors. We are eminently within range of depth sensors, and then I would like timers. But, because I just keep forgetting this. A chronometer, a weather station would also be very good, but obviously treated planks. So that's a whole buttload more science. 1491. Number cruncher. Unlock. Build this. Build this as your highest priority. So planks 30 we have. Metal parts we have. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause these and unpause this. So fingers crossed. They're just going to run over here and just start chucking all this in. Which is good for them. 391 water. This should... Oh, the reason why we're doing this is because it's bad tide, isn't it? Let me remember that. Let's not get too carried away with that. Otherwise, all of that will become corrupted. And it is keeping our mini tree farm going. So we have food. I would like to get large storages. But I think the best I can do is... kind of a mess down here, isn't it? I know I said we weren't going to put stuff down here, but if we put a corn, more raw corn. But did I have? That's corn rations. So if I come over here with, God, this is messy. This is not optimized at all. But we're going to get there. And we'll set this to corn. But what we'll do is we'll set this to obtain, and we'll set the other two to supply. And I might want them to do that before they do some other stuff. Not super high priority, just the next level up priority. I am trying to get better. The only reason this is set to super high priority is because I really want this to be built. Sorry, you heard my Amazon going off there. Don't know why that is. She seems to have a mind of her own. I think I've got one of the older models, and it's like, why haven't you upgraded? And I'm like, So you have finished pumping now, so you can stop. So we do just have to now go on full tilt on this pumping area. We have 9 days left, so I'm not super concerned. But water security is probably the next thing we should be working on. And we're going to have the builders to do it soon. Because hopefully this, yeah, we only need 10 more gears. So this becomes the next job I would like them to do. Because now they can access all of this. We're going to put a fill valve in here. That's going to fill to this level. And what we're going to do is we're going to set this to 0.9. We will have it set to 0.9. And the idea is that, or 0.75. And the idea is that when this will regulate water dropping into here, so... Or do I need a fill valve? I did have in my head how this was going to work. And not playing the game for 9 days has led my brain to become mushy. It would be cool to get power over here. I do fully intend to do it. It's just, I don't know where we're storing the water if we start making the water at this point. Is there any tunnels under? No, there isn't. And we do need to think about, obviously, diverting this bad water source. And without the large levels of dynamite, I feel like that's a fool's errand. especially when we want this to fill this. So we have a diversion in place. That's fine. I need 5 more gears, guys. Come on. And we should have haulers now. Yeah, see. We're just very reliant on this. 4 more. Should take you too long. Well, you can't replant in a drought anyway, so... Is there a world in which... Pop that there. 1, 2, 3. And then we put fluid dump, and then we can have water dump, and then that should keep a lot more of this. I'd also have a water dump there that I should be using. This one will suit having a depth sensor. So we have that there, we have that there, and then fingers crossed. Whoops. Automation is going to do a lot for us. And we have the number cruncher. Science is being produced. Now you just one beaver in there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these back to normal. And what I'm going to do, because I've had an extra layer on top. You can't just prioritize the top layer, can you? Oh well. Build all of this for me. Not super high priority. I'm getting out of that horrendous habit. We are still pumping the water, aren't we? Yes, we are. Okay. I think I kind of want that to be mini priority as well. So we have 2 things of mini priority. Building this and putting those dam pieces in there. So that's going to allow us to... Oh, what they got up here? That's going to allow us to not pump this out, so this becomes a water storage issue. And we should be able to get the fill valve soon, because the number cruncher is so superior at getting a science, which means I can also get rid of these inventor huts. So they are hauling stuff around, aren't they? Yeah, so we've already improved the corn ration. Food storage is great. Water storage is the issue. And I don't want to push the colony much bigger than this without coming up with a big reservoir. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause this piece. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out because I want the fill valve. Because what we can do is during a drought we can just use this to... I don't know why I'm thinking about filling all of this when what we can do is we can just put a fill valve in there to use this as kind of like a mini... Oh, it's only 300. So I'll put a fill valve there. I'm going to put a fill valve here just in case I do remember what my plan was. And then we're going to levy this up. And just give them a little boost doing that. I think I am going to high prioritize that a little bit. Because they are... Let's just check our priorities. They are building this. They'll build that next. They've got all of this to be building. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And that dynamite's in. So detonate. We're going to put in a... That is 3x3, isn't it? I can count. Cool. We're going to put in a fluid dump. And what we're also going to put in, so you can be paused now. we're going to automation. We're going to. It's amazing how much getting that actually just changes everything. We're going to get a depth sensor, so we'll pop that there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull you out, buddy. That's high priority. It's only got two. It's only started for 2 days, so I don't care about that. And we will set this to a depth sensor as well. But what I think the depth sensor is going to be is like 90%. So where is my? Do we have any other things where we have water in like a storage solution like that? No, yeah. So we have one here. We have. You have nothing to do, so you can go away. And I am going to. What else do I have on? So I have this on priority. So this is going to go on priority next. You have nothing to do, so you might as well stop now. I'm not going to pump out here because I do want to just maintain all of this. So we do have 3 extra beavers. I'm not going to build an extra builder's hut for that, but I do want to make sure we don't waste all of these logs here. So let's get that out. Do I have any jobs I can unpause? I can unpause you. And please tell me I actually put some lumberjack flags in here. Well, that might be something we have to look at. But that's fine. Number cruncher is just absolute game changer. So this is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this to a threshold of 0.5. If greater than, if less than, turn on. Automate U to U. So you're turned on. That's fine. That's just going to work well for a basic. Doesn't reach as far as I wanted it to, but you know it's going to keep these berries alive. So that's that. Which we might pull out because where did I did put a berry farm up here, didn't I? The more important berry farm is up here. So maybe we'll unpause this, rip all of these out once we have, and put another oak farm down, put more oaks down here. You should also be prioritized. You should also be prioritized. See, this is why I like to have timers, because obviously he's going to now flick between dumping water in. And as soon as the water dump is full, it pauses it. So he's just going to keep jumping back and forth. It should only keep it at that level though. But that's why I like to have the timers, because the timer acts as like a delay. So he will then go away for 24 hours, do something else. And then he'll come back and go, oh, now I don't need to be there. It just means he can be a little bit more, I don't know, efficient with his job. I've set that for the same. Yeah, so that's fine. So I want you to be, if less than 0.9. We want it on 0.9 because I don't want the bad water getting out. We could actually use a not a or, couldn't we? Because what we could do is we could do or temperate cycle where it wouldn't matter. Level 1. I will get ready to flick it. Let's flick lever 1. I think that's fine. On the whole, it's fine. I mean, there's a little bit of bad water, but whatever. That'll just flush through. So your target height should be 50, so that's going to be fine. This is all flowing underground as usual. We don't have any water. Get pumping. Get pumping. I do need to remember to keep an eye on that. Ah, no, it's all flowing in. So, unpause, 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 unpause. Oh, I set you to 0.9, didn't I? That's silly. I do want it to flow down into here. That's the only problem with running a lot of dumps. It uses a lot of water. So, I do want us to just be a little bit careful with how we're doing this. We have so many jobs now because I've chucked everyone into doing different things. Oh, you also probably can be paused. You don't need to be over there doing that. What do we got? So we got a lot of science. I could 5x1. What's a 5x1? Could I could use that to build some of this. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I mean, yeah, I don't feel like the extra science is worth it. So pop that there. Oh, where's my pathing tool? And then pop that. Where are you? Pop that there. So that's just going to help us just a little bit. And give them a relative priority boost. Has everyone stop being drama queens about the water situation yet? Have you all stopped? So, science-wise, the next step of automation, which I am a big fan of, is the weather station is going to be our absolute best friend. We have the gears, we need the treated planks. So I think what I'm going to go for next is I'm going to go for a I have this paused. I am going to go for a. Well, really, I should probably look at engine, shouldn't I? Because that's going to allow us to expand. Because we're going to need a centrifuge stuff before we can even start to think about turning this into a power plant. So engines are probably the next port of call, followed by the treated planks, so the wood workshop. And I do hope that I have responded to your comments by the time this video goes out. I feel quite rude. I should respond to everyone that I can. If people are rude to me, I tend not to respond, but apart from that caveat. So that's going there. So what we can do is we can pop that there. And then we can pop another bridge out, and that will get us most of the way. Yeah, and I can delete that when that last one needs to be built. So we have a drought, which is a nice surprise. So what I can actually do is I can yes, so I can store water up here if we so choose to do so. I wonder if we did me overwriting that. Yeah, I would have to disable the synchronicity. So maybe we do need ore sensors. Maybe I need an ore sensor to. You can be so. Or no, because I need a weather sensor. We are still waiting. The science will come with us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the engine. Just because we're going to need it, so I might as well have it. And then we're going to unlock the wood workshop. We also need the tapper shack to be viable, which we don't currently have a pine farm. But we do have pines, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to unmark these for cutting. So yeah, it might be a little bit of a while before we have the treated planks. Usually I like to plant a pine farm nice and early on, because I am terrified that I will not have them. But we haven't done that this time, so I am concerned about water. Can we get pumping, guys? Yeah, so that's going to kill my PC at some point. We're just going to have to figure out what we do with that. Maybe we just box it in and we don't use it because Atlas has warned me that that's a strength 2 seep. So we might have to... I'm not for cheating, but if it starts to crash my computer because of the graphics, we might have to go in and put it down to a one strength seep. And I'm sure nobody would take offense to that. I hope nobody would take offense to that. It's more for practicalities of gameplay as opposed to I'm trying to game the system. I guess we could actually just have these set to... Couldn't we? Because I'm always going to want them to... Yeah, but then when I don't... When I want them turned off, I then have to turn that off. Yeah, no, I think we're going to leave that just like that for now. And what I'm going to do here as well is I'm going to unpause you. I'm going to unpause you. And we're going to set you to 0.95. We have a dam there, don't we? So it's going to be a 0.65 and 0.65. And the idea is that I have a little bit of extra water retention up here. Even if it is only a little bit. And I'm sure somebody's screaming at the screen, you put bridges in, but you haven't put a bridge in there. Fine. I'm actually going to pause these for now, because we seem to have enough resource of that. I would like to get some beavers back. Really, I want builder beavers. But we are going to be pausing a lot of the water bits in a minute, so... That's going to be fine. So, I think this is fine. I've also realised this is set for a lever, isn't it? The problems with automation, so I'm going to turn you off this, because that would require me throwing that lever, so which would then raise that up. But what I want to do is, so you need to come off the lever but go back on at the end, and I'm going to raise you. Because we don't want to just be dumping loads of water into there. I'm going to pause you, and you, and unpause you, and you. We're going to pause you two. This will get a whole lot easier once I have automation set up. Oh, I do need the chronometers. Not the chronometers, the weather stations. Have a contaminated beaver? Well, sorry, buddy. That looks like that's your life. Because I just don't have the extract yet. Things I would like to see built. Things I would also like to see built. So, that was only a 14-day. We're going to keep pumping quite hard throughout that, because I don't really want to get into a situation where we had the water like before. Hopefully, so this fill valve will continue to release water through here. And what the idea is that we have this nice big reservoir that will just continue to release water out here, and I could even maybe put another pump down here, you know what I mean? So when we have this nice reservoir to pump from, and we also have this nice reservoir to pump from in a drought / bad time, and I also have this water up here I can release. So we'll come up with some automation ideas for that. And also, I mean, do I need to... I don't need to do this anytime soon, but I'm a bit weird. I like water flowing across the map. Maybe I've become a beaver myself. I was watching on YouTube, because obviously I watch a lot of YouTube apparently. There was a stream of just some beavers in a river in the UK, and I was like, that is absolutely amazing. So I watched that for like half hour. I have become the beaver. Now this is in no way a urgent project. Pause that for now, because I would rather you put the other stuff in. Maybe if you built this one for me. And I'm pleased we've done those bridges. It does just give us a little bit of greater access. But it does just all take time. So they should be able to reach the rest of all of that. So once they build that, they can then put that on top, which means then I can unpause that, and then we can just have water flowing out of here. And that will come out both sides. And my idea is to kind of have... I would like a really big reservoir full of water. I don't know how practical that's going to be, or how realistically we need to do it. Do we need to do it? Probably not. Is it fun? Yes, there's a bad water source in there as well. Didn't realise that. Oh, there's also a satellite relic in a load of bad water. But how is our colony doing? 674 water, 1,000 food, steady progress. Would I like to tubeway automate? Yes, I would. So, in light of that, we're going to unpause this. So we can maybe start to get some tubeway station stuff from, I think from maybe down here where the living is, to over here where a lot of the industry is. If we can have like a main route and maybe put a station in here. So I wasn't ignoring the comment about tubeways. I'm highly practicable that I didn't really think we could achieve tubeways relatively soon. I have to get everything stable. I have to get water security. I have to get food security. And we are getting that. Well, they built that as well. It is too far from the district centre. Why is that too far from the district centre? Oh, because it can't. You can't walk through the vent, can you? Go on then, have that. So, how are they doing? Slowly is how they're doing. Oh my god, look at all this. So you should be chopping, you should be chopping. You two have nothing to chop. So what this means is I need to get 2 more lumberjack flags up here. That is a good place to put them. Oh no, I have 2 there, don't I? Well, you know what I say. Get chopping. You are done. You are also done. So, 4 pumpers there. I'm going to leave that one not pumping. That one's also going to not pump. So we have 2 extra beavers. 2 extra beavers? What do I do with such a luxury? Oh, I know what I do. Get that done. Oh, we also replanted trees. We are. So we can unlock Tapper Shack and we can also unlock the Wood Workshop. So, in the effort of getting towards some serious automation, this is not staying like this. This is a means to an end and a Tapper Shack. And you can fit there, so you can come and harvest those pines. And this would be a perfect time for time lapse. However, I am supposed to be going to a food festival, so I do not have time to time lapse. But I am recording this on Sunday, the 12th of August. It's not August. 12th of April. I am going to endeavour to respond to everyone's comments either today or tomorrow. You take your time out. I should take the time out to respond to you. It's not right. So I will sort my head out and I'll reply. I kind of want to see this. I know we're going off the. I know we're going really off off what we're meant to be doing, but I really want to see this just chuck out a load of water. So, you guessed it. This game's about fun, isn't it? It's not about like all the seriousness of it. Oh yeah, you can stop. We've had bad tides for so long. I forgot we need to pump that. Because they are slowly coming into resin, so we shouldn't be too far off some of this. Once this is built, I promise I will expand the beaver population. And also remove a lot of this crap from down here, so maybe actually... I mean, these are just rubbish, aren't they? No? Okay. So come on out. Get all that wood. I'm intrigued as to why they're running around the side to put the wood in when they could just run... Yeah, I don't know. And I realise I've completely wasted all this water. Because I didn't... Yeah. This is a good reservoir to use. Doesn't use it. Cool. Good chat. But we're pumping through quite well this time. We're not going to... We've got 5.7 days left, so we're not going to run out of water. Says he needs the reservoir to survive longer again. Prioritises doing something that is completely irrelevant. Okay, stop this. Oh, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun. We have a load of trees. I don't have any beavers to chop them down though. I mean, we do have a reasonable amount of logs incoming. It's just the amount of time. So, do I need to... Would I rather have... Is there a world in which we have another builder's hut down here? Get that a super high priority. And then we can just flip it and flop as we so desire. Oh, that's in now. So this takes... Doesn't say how much it takes. Are you coming and putting in stuff down here? So we still do have planks. I do need to turn all that back on at some point, and we will run out of planks. Maybe I'm going to pause you because I don't feel I need two of you. This campfire is also really far for them to get to. Probably saw that out. Space is at a premium, though. I think you can appreciate space as a premium. So at the end of this drought, I need to remember to put all our automation back onto our automation how it was. Otherwise, when we have a bad tide, I am going to have an aneurysm. And we're not at the bottom of the map, are we? So I could actually blast some of this down to create further depth. Maybe we will do that. It's probably not the worst idea I've ever had. And let's get this straight. I've definitely had worse ideas. So maybe if we... I just blasted some... just water ditches, and hopefully they would then... I think that works. Oh, I see. I prioritised that, didn't I? That's silly. Still, it's fun. The game's fun. The game's supposed to be fun. So this one last bit needs to go in now, and then we'll have loads of water flowing out this aquifer. For absolutely no reason. Have I gone mad? Quite possibly. I mean, that's a lie. I know there's logs. There's logs everywhere. And you guys. And you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the hauling post in a absolute... I'm not going to pause the hauling post. I'm going to reduce the amount of hauled beavers we have. So that gives us an absolute equilibrium, doesn't it? No. Fine, whatever. So they can come on. So you are now powered. Oh no, you're not. You are not prioritized. So thank you for sticking with this. I mean, I know it's been probably quite a slow episode. I feel like after the initial 4, recovery is quite challenging for some of these things. So I think we're doing well. I don't know whether it translates into good content, but I think we're doing well. Is there a world in which... I'm just trying to maximise our use of planks to just make them their lives of getting round just a little bit simpler. Because we have a reasonable amount of planks. And I hope I've been better with the prioritisation this time. I do value your comments and I value your opinions on how I should improve, and prioritisation is definitely one of them. I don't mean to rage bait. I'm not not calling out RCE, but some of that does seem to be just rage bait, doesn't it? Supply and demand, yep, so that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do it yet. I'm going to do it once we go into the temperate cycle, so I remember what we're doing. And that is the downside with this. Maybe we need to rip 3 of these out and put a water dump in here. They're still pumping though, so I mean, we're doing all right. Everything I do in this game is because I believe it's the right thing to do. I mean, this isn't. But everything else is because I believe it's the right thing to do at the time. No, let's just come and finish this side. So we're about to enter cycle 16. Hopefully we're not going to have a super long drought, because I feel like we are pushing the ability of our pumping and stuff. So you are going to become turned on. You're going to become turned on. Get turned on, not become turned on. It's probably a very bad turn of phrase. And what you are going to do is you're going to be automated to this. Once again. So your off height is going to go down to... Oh, actually, there was no danger at all. I could have just set the off height to 0.65. And then the on height... Okay, that's fine. Ignore me. And then you're going to be automated back to this. So your on height is... No, pause. Your on height is that, your off height is that. There we go. Just waste the whole day of water production. But it is what it is. Get pumping, boys. Seriously, we just want everyone pumping. And we have water flowing off here now for some reason. What did I achieve through that? I honestly don't know. I thought it looked cool. That does look cool. I like the diluting effect. Our goal is to return blueness to the entire map, so I'm not going to feel bad about doing that. So what we'll do, we have, yeah, I think that's kind of it. 55 minutes, that makes sense. So, what have we achieved today? We've sorted out our food. We are working towards our reservoir. I've sorted out some weird snagging issues, like with the housing stuff being so far away. We put some automation in. We sorted out some water issues. Is it the most exciting thing I've ever done? No. Did it need to be done? Yes. So, yeah. It's kind of acceptable, isn't it? And we have another drought coming. Exciting stuff. This has been Timberborn. If you enjoyed this, please consider hitting like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Where what should we focus on next time? Well, we're going to get our reservoir finished because I'm going to stop building random like aquifer drills, and then we're going to really sort of work towards industrial ramp up. I think we have to. I think we very much have to. That was a bit of a weird overflow, wasn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.